Okay, so Lakshmi Narayan, welcome on YourPedia.
Uh, Hello, sir. Good morning.
Okay,
It's been a
and
long time I have seen you. I was your
yes,
student a bit
okay,
while before.
okay, and thanks a lot again. And Lakshmi, you are presently a student of a very prestigious NITIE Bombay, and you are
Yes,
pursuing your masters from there in flagship program PGDIE,
I. Yeah.
and you got admitted in 2022 last year.
Yes, sir.
So, the purpose of this entire interaction is like students are in the state of decision making for them.
Okay.
When they
Okay.
think of going for higher education, you are already aware, and they have a couple
Mm-hmm.
of opportunities for them. So, as a mentor, as a teacher, I bring to them, people like you who can tell them about various opportunities they have explored, and
Mm-hmm.
through that they are in a position to make a right decision for them. So here I start, Lakshmi Narayan, and I start with your brief background, in which you please tell us which part of India you are from, and then
Uh, I
what
am from. Yeah,
what
yeah, sir.
background you had, engineering background,
Yeah.
and how was your gate, credentials.
Yeah.
That is the part if we can start with, yeah.
Yeah. Firstly, I am from Andhra Pradesh, tip
Okay,
of Andhra Pradesh, 30 kilometers from Tirupati. The town is called Srikalahasti.
okay, mm,
And I am from civil engineering background from Shastra University, Tanjavur. I'm a 21 pass out. Post
mhm,
that I have a 9 months of work experience from L&T Constructions.
okay,
So after that, I gave my first attempt in GATE 2021. I got somewhere around like above average marks, like I got 59 point something.
mhm,
So I went to L&T for pursuing my job there. But
mhm,
while studying, I prepared and I got a decent rank this time, around some 670 or so.
okay,
And that is sufficient for NITIE Mumbai because I already have 9 months of experience right there in
mhm,
my hand.
mhm,
And I took a course in YourPedia. You guys helped me with interviews. I
mhm,
applied for both PGDIE and PGDSM, so I
mhm,
got admissions for both. I got to prepare PGDIE.
mhm, mhm. So Lakshmi, what was your gate score you said?
My GATE score was 720,
720. And what was the category?
category OBC.
OBC category. Okay, and you're a civil engineer, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so I want to ask you one more thing here, because you are a person with job experience.
yeah.
So, is there any particular minimum duration of job experience NITI Bombay people see, or they give credit to, and do they give credit to job experience during admission process?
I don't, I'm not pretty sure and confident in answering this, but as of I know, there is a weightage for, experience if we have any.
Okay,
Even they have mentioned it in the like distribution itself. So
okay.
in that case, I am not sure with the cutoff of the years of experience.
Mhm.
But no matter if you don't have experience, also you will be considered into the selection process, and they look for the parameters what they can expect from a fresher.
Hmm. Okay, now Lakshmi, coming to next part, like you're a civil engineer. When we think of
Yeah,
NITI Bombay, what comes to the mind is industrial engineering, operation research, project
yeah,
management. That
yes,
typically is a curriculum part of mechanical guys.
yeah.
So when we think of civil engineering, and this my question is from the civil engineers to you, like
Mm,
why a civil engineer should think of NITI Bombay? Now, why will you
yeah,
even join it? Because you are working in a company which was typical civil engineering company L&T, and now
yeah.
you thought of NITI Bombay. So
Mm.
why at the first place you thought of NITI Bombay, and why civil engineer should think of NITI Bombay?
First of all, after I was in L&T, I wrote GATE and I have score in my hand. In the purpose of utilizing it to the fullest, NITIE Bombay is the only institute that has fit my, priorities.
Okay.
Because I'm into this corporate research mentality. Even I was in engineering design and research center in L&T, and I have a good research background even in my engineering. So I thought like it would be good if I go in this direction. The ROI of NITI is too good, and even when I have checked their handles, the research that they are pursuing is top notch. Even in the committees level, we'll be doing our best to bring a lot more value from the alums as well as the company CEOs to to NITI. So in that perspective, I have preferred NITI to by considering its ROI, and also I want to change my domain to be precise. In my personal perspective, I wish like I want to switch from civil engineering.
Okay, okay.
So
So
yeah,
now,
yeah.
hmm, my next.
And the next question you have asked is comes to the engineering background, civil engineering, textile engineering, we have a very diverse engineering streams within our college. So when comes to that aspect, the supply chain and the operations that we are being taught here will be fast learner, obviously, but they will do their best in make us understand the supply chain to the fullest. So that would not be a case, and your background won't hinder in any case to the
So,
academics at least.
yeah, Lakshmi Narayan, now can you roughly tell us typically in the batch of, let us say, 240 students, how many will be civil engineers? If you can roughly tell us.
Um, if I pass through my friends community, I can definitely see out of 240 students, some 20 to 25 civil engineers must be there. And
Okay.
in my perspective, I am not pretty sure with the number. There are good number of civil engineers. Even in my friends community, we have 5 members of civil engineers. Like they are from Andhra.
Okay.
4 members, 4 civil engineering.
Okay. Now, Lakshmi, I will also ask you one more question. Like when you go for MTech in IITs, civil engineering is a unique branch
Yeah,
where we have got lot of government jobs. In state assistant engineer, junior
yeah,
engineer, we have a lot of government jobs for civil
yeah.
engineering. And that may be one of the reasons that in
Mm-hmm.
IITs, when students do their MTech, they focus more on preparation. They're not that focused on
Yeah,
placements. And there is a reason in IITs, the placements which typically they get, they're not high, package placements. They're core placements, 6 lakh, 10 lakh placements for civil engineers. So that is
yeah,
the situation in IITs.
yeah, yeah.
When we come to NITIE, is your civil engineering background anywhere a handicap in getting a job, or you guys are also getting the jobs similar to mechanical and other branches?
Uh, yeah, if as I have told you, mostly why NITI is preferring engineers is there may like these days they are even accepting for MSc as well. You might have got to know about it.
Yes.
So we MSc and engineers will be having a good technical background. If you say about mathematics, we have cleared some competitive exams with a really good score. So in that aspect, we'll be having a good aptitude and cognitive skills. So in that case, these things will be more than sufficient for a teacher to teach supply chain to us. I have not at all found myself handicapped in any cases because of this my civil engineering background. Even there are some parallelism like if you can say project management is something is taught here, and we have in my engineering. I have in my engineering background as well. And to be specific about myself, I had a good that has been a very bit helpful here. Even when I start picking up live projects, that have helped me a lot.
Okay.
And the strong thing I suggest is if they can able to if any student can able to mold themselves faster into new situations, and also if they are comfortable with tech, like the like upcoming technologies, they NITI is one of the best places for them. They should not be one should not be reluctant for the changes. They should be able to accept changes.
Okay, Lakshmi, you also told me something about MSc students this year, and though I'm little aware about it,
Yeah,
but can you elaborate on that? Is this from starting from 2023 that MSc are also going
yeah.
to join it? And if, please tell us more about which branches in science.
As of now, I was just aware that we are taking people from MSc as well. And I might actually text you. You can convey to the students later about that particular part.
Okay,
So I'll update it to you.
okay,
And from this year itself, it has been started. Before it was like only for engineers
okay,
from
okay.
different
So,
branches.
yeah, so I'll appreciate that. So you send me the details. Maybe we'll spread that information also to the students. Now,
Definitely.
Lakshmi, many students would like to know how was your personal experience in the interview last year? Was it online,
Definitely.
offline? कितनी देर तक चला था? What was the duration? And what typically they asked you?
When it comes to the interview last time, I sat for both IE and SM. For
Yes.
both the interviews, only thing I understood was we should be a little prepared about the typical topics like tell me about yourself. These things, these questions we should be aware. And when it comes to the core, they won't expect any supply chain core from us.
Mm-hmm.
They will ask us. questions from our engineering background, either from our engineering background or from our work experience.
Okay.
If they are aware of it, they'll definitely ask from our work experience. They'll ask some questions. There will be within an interview itself. I had got two types of questions: one technical and another HR. So once the technical person is done with their interview, they will transfer the interviewee to the HR person. So he will pick up from there. So the typical questions like tell me about yourself will definitely, if they are pre-prepared for all these things, it will definitely help them. And when it comes to the duration, I think it's been for some 15 minutes, I think, for my IE. And for SM, it's been for some 10 minutes around. I'm not pretty sure about it. Yeah, so that is the case. And I don't think they are expecting any supply chain core. If we are well aware about the like general knowledge and the recent technological trends, it would be a bit helpful for them during the interview. And one most important thing, not even with interviews, even the SIP process here, I understood is if we are fearful about something, we will definitely mess it up somehow or the other way. So at first, if we can able to conquer that fear, we can, we can definitely excel in that interview. Yeah, or it might be GD, whatever you take. And primarily, if I want to summarize, I will say them like be prepared with like basic questions, basic HR questions, and be very thorough about your final year projects, internships, and work experience.
So that is something which is very important, because we see that students normally ignore their projects and the
Yeah,
internship. They don't
yeah,
do that particular thing. And also, Lakshmi Narayan, you have mentioned a very, very relevant point here. That is, don't fear, because otherwise you will mess it up. Because
yeah,
fear is the single most, deadly thing in the interview.
yeah,
And you will go all wrong if you fear in the interview.
yeah,
That's what is important. And also, you said that it is very, they are not going into deep of the things. They just
no.
have to ask you a couple of things, right?
Yeah, basically they want to know our workability. If you say, see, obviously, if we are here for the interview, we might be having a good, decent gate score. So they can understand that we are technically sound already, and we are even our aptitude ability they can understand. Only thing they want to test is our, team management or how we have handled the projects, like in that stuff. So they want to know that aspect.
So, Lakshmi, what do you think they tend to check in a candidate, in his personality, or what do they want to check, interviewers? What do they expect?
Mm, in this aspect, if I would rather say they will first of all see the confidence. There is no doubt with that. First of all, they'll see the confidence, and they'll see like what was our how active we are how involved we are in our things like past things like engineering. They used to ask me. They have asked me about, like, I have told them about one PO or position of responsibility that I have held. They have asked me about it. When it comes to my work ex, they'll check how well we are aware about the work that we are doing, how involved we are, how owning, how much we are owning the work that we are doing. In that aspects, they will go.
Okay. So now Lakshmi, last question. My last question is again the most interesting question for students.
Yeah,
All of us know that NITIE means placement. NITIE means a lot of jobs
yeah.
and very good jobs and career. But still, every student wants to know from the seniors that what are the situations. I mean, placement situations in NITIE Bombay.
NITIE Bombay recently it is getting paced up to a very higher levels. My previous batch has like average CTC of like my super seniors has an average CTC of 19 point something. The next batch has become 23 or 24. The our batch, like our our immediate seniors, for them it is 26 points. So it is pacing up like year by year. So definitely in terms of placement, you can expect a good number from NITI. And also, after I came to NITI with the same perspective, the placement. But once I came here, I literally can see the changes in me in terms of like in my soft skills, if I would rather say. If you can remember me during the
I know.
YourPedia interview, so this might not be the case. This might not be the Lakshmi you will be talking about.
Yeah.
And even there are many aspects you can improve our we can improve our social skills. And the technical part, obviously, it will happen with academics and the internship preparation that we are going. So placement is the ultimate thing. You will definitely get a good placement here. Average and minimum are really good numbers. And there are many other benefits with NITIE. Apart from this, there are many entrepreneurs that are generating from NITIE. So we used to contact alums and entrepreneurs. There are very good numbers from NITIE. So this is the push NITIE can give. They'll push us in all perspectives.
Wonderful. So needless to say, I mean, NITIE and the statistics which you gave about the placement, super senior, senior, and now you are hitting more than 25 lakh per annum. That is quite good
Yeah.
for someone who wants to start his career.
Yeah.
Wonderful. That is Lakshmi. And I'm very sure whatever points have come from you will be very, very helpful to students, especially civil engineers. It's a great institute for them. So let me again thank you, Lakshmi, for the time you spared, and I wish you all the very best for your career ahead.
Thank you so much.